Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at the overall stock market and overall cryptocurrency market, plus the meme stocks. We're going to be diving into what happened to AMC and GME today. We're going to be going over everything that happened and give you guys the news and technicals involved with that. We're also going to be looking at what happened with SPY. Why did we see the pullback and where we are going? So we're going to be answering questions, giving you guys a look into the future based off the charts, the facts, the technicals. I need everyone to go ahead and drop a comment down below to go ahead and show support for the channel. And also, I want to know, I have a question at the end of this video. So if you see to the end of this video, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below and answer the 2 questions that I have for you guys, because I really want to know what you guys think. You have to watch to the end because I believe this video is an absolute banger and you do not want to miss it. We have trade setups, technicals, news, and much, much more. Let's go ahead and waste no more time and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're also looking at cryptocurrency and the rest of the crypto market and Bitcoin market. We're also be looking at SPY and the overall stock market. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, showing you guys exactly what is going on with this daily update and prediction. We're going to be talking about the dilution from AMC. We're going to talk about the possible recovery that we could see in meme stocks, and we're going to be talking about SPY and more in this video. Let's go ahead and hop right into BTC, showing you guys what's going on, the latest developments at BTC, and what we do have going on in the cryptocurrency market. So if you don't know, guys, a coin called Core is absolutely popping off right now. A coin called Core absolutely popping off. This is just a coin that you might want to keep on your radar. It's not one that I personally own, but it's something that you might want to look at. It is popping off and seeing massive gains. Not too sure about the fundamentals of this coin and the tokenomics. I will look into it, but it's something that you could possibly keep on your radar. Now let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for BTC and show you guys what's going on in the overall cryptocurrency market. BTC will continue to dominate the cryptocurrency market, making the majority of movements and controlling the altcoins. The altcoins will go up when Bitcoin goes up, and then they will go down when Bitcoin goes down until altcoin season starts to start, and then Bitcoin dominance also comes down as well. So that's why we watch Bitcoin so very closely here on this channel until the altcoins absolutely start to pop off during altcoin season, which will be coming in the later half of this year, in my personal opinion. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is moving back slightly down to the downside, but it is holding 69.2K as support. 69.2K is the level to know if Bitcoin is going to be bullish or bearish. If we can hold 69.2K as support, then you could see a move to the upside for BTC. Currently, we are above that level at 69.7K, and this is what you want to see for Bitcoin to remain bullish. You want to see it staying above that level of 69.2K. We do have a sloping resistance here that if we can break above, you could see a pop to the upside. That sloping resistance is sitting at about 71K. So we want to see Bitcoin break above 71 to 71.2K. If we can hold those levels as support, you could see a pop to the upside for BTC. If we go ahead and look at the bigger time frames, you guys can see daily MACD is still red. We want to see this daily MACD go green, and that would be a lot more bullish for BTC to start continuing to the upside. As you guys can see right now, BTC staying range bound, staying in between that 61 to about 70K level, staying in between that $10,000 level. We want to see Bitcoin break above 73,800 ultimately and get that price target of $80,000. I do think we can get a price target of $80,000 in my personal opinion. We still have the halving coming up, so we still have a couple catalysts for BTC. It still seems like smart money is still very, very bullish on BTC. Again, smart money is not everything, but they are going to help drive this to a higher valuation, and they still are bullish in my personal opinion. Seeing the articles coming out, and I think Bitcoin, based off the charts, does have a chance to make a move to the upside, especially if we can maintain above the level of 69.2K. We're going to be watching this very, very closely here on the channel and during the live streams. Tune into the live streams 9:15, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 4 p.m. And I do a live stream every single day covering stocks and crypto, giving you guys the predictions and news as they do unfold. If you guys don't know why stocks pulled back today, the bond yield curve did pop. The bond yield curve did pop, and then also with that, the dollar popped up. up. So when the bond yield curve goes up, the dollars are going to go up with that. You guys can see the dollar hit a peak of about 105, and that's why SPY ended up pulling back today. Now, that's pretty much everything we have for the overall cryptocurrency market. We're going to continue to moving into stocks. Again, Coin Core absolutely making moves. Not sure about the fundamentals and everything on this, but this is something to keep on your radar. Ethereum sitting at 3.4K, moving up to about the 3.5 level. Ethereum really needs to hold 3,500 as support to be bullish. It is moving back up to the level of support where it needs to be. You want to see Ethereum above 3.5K. Ethereum is kind of going to be the leader of the altcoins right now until Bitcoin dominance goes down. There will be some altcoins making more gains than others, but once Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoin season will come, and then your favorite altcoins will absolutely start to pop off. Doge has popped off recently, going up to about 20 cents, so that's something to keep on your radar as well. Doge currently sitting at about right now, looks like 20 cents. So that is what we're looking at for the cryptocurrency market. Let's go ahead and move into stocks. As I just mentioned, bond yield jumping up did have an adverse effect on stocks. As you guys can see, stocks pulling back to the downside, possibly making a reversal, ladies and gentlemen, possibly making a reversal as it is on the upside of this pennant. We want to be watching very, very closely for what's going to be happening tomorrow. I do think SPY is going to be doing a bit of consolidation and then trying to move back to the upside. But what we're seeing, guys, is a lot of bearishness coming to the market, okay? We talked about this during the live stream. NVIDIA is one of the main stocks holding up the market right now. NVIDIA is seeing a pullback and possibly making a bear flag type structure where you have this move to the downside and the sideways consolidation before another move to the downside. NVIDIA also possibly making a double top type structure. If we do not hold these higher levels and we start pushing to the downside, we could see a possible double top here on NVIDIA. But what's even worse is these other stocks. Again, we want to see stocks like Meta, Microsoft. Those stocks are also AI stocks that are holding the market up as well. But stocks like Apple and Tesla are already starting crashes of their own. As you guys can see, there's a massive double top here on Apple. If Apple cannot get back above 172, 173 in that range, this double top's going to play out. And as you guys can see, Apple recently came up and got rejected from that level and has been moving to the downside ever since. I think Apple actually has more downside in store for it, and this is going to be pulling the market down with it. Ladies and gentlemen, Apple is heavily weighted in the S&P 500, and Apple starts to crash and move to the downside. You're going to see that, and Apple is losing market share in China. It's also losing access to China's market, and that's a huge area for Apple and its profitability. That profitability coming down would see Apple coming down and seeing the price come down as well. All of these things are coming to fruition as the technicals and fundamentals start to realign with the stock market, and the stock market comes back down to reality. We're seeing individual stocks start to fade. Some of these stocks are a little bit stronger than others, but they all will come down in my personal opinion. You see multiple gap fills to the downside on NVIDIA. If you go ahead and look at the RSI sitting on the weekly time frame, it is sitting at 83. So we have RSI sitting at extremely high levels, and we have multiple gap fills to the downside. I do think these stocks will correct, and they're going to bring the market with it. A great way to hedge against this is SQQQ. Again, this is extremely risky, but SQQQ has multiple gap fills to the upside. Again, when using SQQQ, you are betting against the market because SQQQ goes up when NASDAQ goes down. So if NASDAQ goes down, SQQQ will go up. We have this falling wedge here on SQQQ, which is bullish. We also have bullish divergence. Price continually drifting down while RSI is drifting up. That means that price is going to drift down but then correct up in a big way. That's bullish divergence. You also have this falling wedge, which is a bullish sign to see a pop to the upside. And then you also have multiple gap fills, which is another bullish sign to see a pop to the upside, as well as green daily MACD and green weekly MACD. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like SQQQ is building bullish momentum to pop up, and that means that NASDAQ is getting bearish momentum building to move to the downside. And if you look at what NASDAQ is telling us, it is telling us that. You guys can see that the weekly MACD is curling to the downside. You can also see bearish divergence, RSI clearly trending to the downside while price clearly trending to the upside. You know what that means? That means you're going to have a correction. Same thing that we had in Bitcoin back in this massive bull run. This is something I use for an example to show you guys what bearish and bullish divergence looks like. Here is bearish divergence, RSI trending down while price trended up. Everyone thought Bitcoin was going to the moon. Everyone thought Bitcoin was going to 100K during this rally. But what happened was we started to build that bearish divergence. This would have saved you a ton of money as well, because you would have took profit noticing that bearish divergence, and it did eventually play out where you see this massive correction to the downside, about a 50% loss on BTC. So this is how divergences play out. Again, the stock will drift in that general direction. If it's bearish divergence, the stock will drift up. If it's bullish divergence, the stock will drift down. Then it's going to correct and realign with that divergence, eventually playing out in that manner in a big way. So this is what we're looking at for SPY as well, and NASDAQ. If you guys look at SPY on the daily time frame, RSI trending down. And if you look at RSI on the daily time frame, RSI trending down while price trending up on both of these assets. It does look like a correction will be coming for these assets, and SQQQ literally pays you dividends. So it's literally putting money in your account while you wait for the correction. That's why I personally hold it. Again, I'm not trying to sell you anything or tell you that SQQQ is a good buy or a bad buy, but in my personal opinion, it just makes sense right now, especially at these low prices of only $10.41. To see SQQQ to make a pop to the upside over $10.50, you would see a move to the upside. And again, it just makes sense right now with these low prices and what I'm seeing on the chart to accumulate SQQQ in these ranges for a possible pop to the upside to these higher levels, especially if we see correction all the way to the downside. That would be an absolutely massive gain on SQQQ. For example, if NASDAQ started to come down and fill all of these gaps, that would bring SQQQ up to these higher levels of $25 or more, ladies and gentlemen. If you go ahead and look at what type of gain that would be, that'd be over 150% gain on that trade, and that is a decent trade. And if we went even higher, I mean, the numbers start to get absolutely insane. I'm not saying this is the type of gain you will make, but you can move up to about a 300% gain if we did see a huge correction in the market. If we see only a standard correction in the market, you would be seeing about 100% gain. So this is what I'm looking at in my personal opinion. I do think SPY is going to start to show weakness, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to get a little bit of recovery back to the upside, moving back towards about 522.50, but I don't think we're going to be able to get back above that 523.50 level. Now, if I'm wrong and we do get back above 523.50, you could see a decent pop to the upside. But what I'm thinking is going to happen, based off what I'm seeing here with Red MACD on the 4-hour time frame, Red MACD on the 2-hour time frame, and then all of the indications on the alligator. And again, PPT could try to step in. That's plunge protection team. We're seeing a large amount of money every time SPY gets pushed down. A large amount of money comes. You see these buy orders and the volume spikes down here, comes in and tries to step in and run it back up. Well, I think that PPT is running out of gas. I think that the cracks are getting too big in the market, and I don't think that they're going to be able to hold this thing up until the election. My personal belief in this is just speculation. This is tinfoil hat theory, so speculation warning. But I think that they're trying to maintain the bubble's position until the election, okay? That could be completely wrong, but I think that they want to hold the market up until the election, let the election happen, let the president get elected, whoever it's going to be, and then let it collapse. That way, if the president is not who they want it to be, it will collapse on them. And if it is who they want it to be, then it will collapse after the election is over. So the best situation for anybody would not to be have a market crash on their watch. And again, if you look at some of the news right now, they're basically bragging about the Biden stock market is swamping Trump. So they're basically saying that Bidenomics is doing better than Trump's. We all know, I'm not saying I'm for or against Trump or anything like that, but I'm just saying the simple facts that Trump's was a more official bull run, and this is more of an artificial bull run. But yes, it is a bigger run, but I think it's an artificial run. In my personal opinion, I could be wrong. It could be a bull run, but I think I showed plenty of evidence that this is a bubble, simply based off the fact that it is concentrated mostly in the AI tech narrative holding everything up, and we have not seen an organic bull run that happens in the smaller cap stocks, goes to mid cap stocks, and then those bigger blue chips. And that's why the market will absolutely collapse if we see pullback on like Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, and those major tech names. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY. What I think we could see tomorrow is consolidation, then a move back to the upside to about 522.50, and then get rejected off of that, and then moving back to the downside. I think overall we're going to be seeing a downtrend. It looks like the alligator starting to shift here on the 4-hour time frame. It looks like the 2-hour time frame starting to shift as well. If you look at the hourly time frame, alligator has a lot of momentum. Until we see these start to shift, it looks like we're going to be seeing a move to the downside, but it looks like it's going to try to pop up, maybe getting high as 523.50, but I feel like that's where we would hit our head and start to reject. If you go ahead and look at RSI already getting to these higher levels. So if we did move up to about 23.50, RSI 523.50, you would see RSI getting overbought, and I don't think we'll be able to get above that in my personal opinion. If you do see a break above 523.50 and use that level as support, you'll see a move to the upside, a decent pop to the upside. So we will be watching that level as it could possibly set up a trade. A possible trade as well, if you are bearish on the market, would be SQQ calls, $10.50 going into the money by the end of the week. If you're bearish on the market, if you think the market is going to be going down, this is a possible trade for you. If you think the market is going to be going up, then possibly you could be looking at 522.50 calls, 522.50 SPY calls. If you think the market is going to be going up, if you think the market is going to be going down, you could be looking at SQQQ calls, $10.50, which is very, very cheap and could pay out nicely. And again, none of these calls or plays are official plays or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys ideas and trade setups in this video. And again, you do not want to miss a second of these updates because they are full of information that you need to know as a trader and investor. Free plays for you guys and setups. And again, make sure you date your options correctly if you do play with options. That way you don't get theta decay because they do lose value as time goes on. So you want to normally date those at least 2 weeks out, and also try using stop losses. Again, options are very risky, but they can pay out nicely for a low amount of money. Now let's go ahead and go to the meme stocks, guys. That was the wrap up for the overall general market. Again, if you don't know what happened, the bond yields did spike up. Dollar going up is going to mean market going down, and we do see the dollar going up and staying elevated, and the market did move down accordingly. So we are seeing that come into play. Let's go ahead and go to the meme stocks. If you don't know what's going on for AMC, we did have an 8K filing where they're selling $250 million worth of shares. As you guys can see, AMC did see dilution today. Okay, AMC did see dilution. It's up 2.87% here in after hours. And if you do not know, HYMC, which is related to AMC, is seeing a rally, as you guys can see, up to $2.70, and is moving here in after hours and seeing a decent pop to the upside. It's up 1% here in after hours, and then today it had a beautiful 24% day. Just to keep that on your radar, guys, and make sure that you are aware of that. We want to give you guys all the plays and opportunities available in these updates, and that's why you don't want to miss a second of each and every update. As you guys can see, AMC tracking along with my prediction. I made this prediction during the live stream at the very, very end of the live stream. I think that AMC is going to be retesting $3.15 in my personal opinion. I think it's going to be staying around these levels. Right now it's at about $3.23. I think it's going to be moving back down to about $3.15, $3.12 in that range in my personal opinion, retesting that before bouncing back to the upside. If we can get up to about $3.25 before market open, we have a very good chance of holding $3.15 and then not going any lower than $3. A lot of people are asking, are we going to go lower than $3? The only way to know for sure is to check tomorrow for dilution. How can we check for dilution? I'll let you guys know. You see how there's a lot of volume in these candles? There's 44 million here and 45 million here. If we see a huge spike in volume right off the bat, we know we're getting diluted. If we see it drop down hard and we see a massive volume spike, that's dilution. That's active dilution in play. Okay, so we will be watching for that during the live streams tomorrow. If we get dilution, there's a possibility we could go down to $2.80. Okay, $2.80 and $2.50 are the price targets if we get dilution. If there is no dilution tomorrow, I think we have a price target of $3.15 for the low. We should be able to bounce off of that, maybe $3.12, but we should be able to bounce off of that, hold that, and then move back to the upside, going to about $3.50 in my personal opinion. So Depending on tomorrow, if we get dilution, we will be looking at a possible price target of $2.80 and $2.50. If no dilution, then we could be looking at a higher price target of $3 and $3.50 in my personal opinion. We are currently above that $3 level. We will be looking at $3.50 if there is no dilution. GameStop seeing a decent pop to the upside, guys. You guys can see GME trying to hold $12. I'm going to get to that here in a second. Let's just give you guys a few numbers for you guys right now. AMC shares available to borrow as time of recording right now. AMC has 0 shares available to borrow, and as of time recording, GameStop has 100,000 shares available to borrow. GameStop's cost to borrow slowly creeping up. Last time we seen cost to borrow creep up, we seen price creep up as well. We seen GameStop drop to a very low, then we seen cost to borrow spike up. What if that is happening now? You can see cost to borrow already starting to spike up. GameStop dropping to a very low. What if we see a bounce back to the upside? And again, cost to borrow rising is indicative of price rising. So if GameStop can hold that $12 level, we could see a pop to the upside for GME stock, especially if we see cost to borrow continuing to rise. This is something we want to watch on GME because GME made a decent pop back to the upside once we had those cost to borrow levels rise. Right here's 1128. And if you go ahead and look at cost to borrow on 1128, you guys can see we had a pop to the upside. Cost to borrow started spiking. That's the exact time that price started spiking for GME, and it had over a 50% run. So we want to be watching that. We could make a bag off of that. Gap fill to the upside as well. So we want to be watching $12 and $12.50. Those are going to be 2 key levels that we need to break before getting up to this gap fill. So if we can break those levels and use them as support, again, $12 and $12.50, you're going to see a move to the upside for GME coming up to about 366, 1474, filling that gap fill. And right there alone would be about, what, a 15% move. Yep, a 15 to 17% move. And then if we can get up towards that $18 level, that would be a 44% move. So if we go and fill that gap and use the gap as support, we could definitely be moving back towards that $18 level. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because GME is following the algo with AMC. So once AMC gets a lot of bearish pressure, that's going to be pushing GME down as well. So we want to be watching for this dilution tomorrow. But what it looks like is happening is we're going to see a recovery. Okay, I don't want to get people too hyped up, but it looks like we're going to see recovery. GME breaking back over $12. It looks like that's what we'll see tomorrow. And it looks like AMC approaching probably $3.50. And it looks like we'll be able to see a recovery tomorrow, in my personal opinion. I think we're going to see some consolidation for GME, maybe even retesting some of these lows before moving back to the upside. We want to see GME break back above $12, in my personal opinion, to see that pop to the upside. And then we want to see AMC hold $3.15 to move towards $3.50. I think we could see a recovery, in my personal opinion, based off what I'm looking at off the charts, the facts, and the data. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much everything I have for you for the overall market and meme stocks. I believe that this video was an absolute banger. So let me know in the comments down below, how was this update? Was this an absolute banger like I think it was? Was this an absolute fire video? Because I feel like I just did a great job on this video. So let me know in the comments down below, good or bad. I want to hear exactly what you want to hear. And also I want to know, guys, the classic question I've been asking you: do you think this is a bull run or a bubble? So let me know if this video was a banger. Let me know if you think it's a bull run or a bubble. Let me know in the comments down below. And I appreciate each and every one of you that watched the video to this point. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a sale on the Discord this month. For this month only, Discord is normally $150, but for this month only, Discord is only $75. This is where we put exclusive trades, news, technical analysis, also an exclusive community as well. If you want to get involved in that and get the buy signals that I always talk about, the trades, all of the news people are literally printing because the Discord pays for itself. If you want to get involved with that, if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and hit me up on my email or Instagram. Both of these are linked down below. I prefer the email. Just say, hey, Data, I want to join the Discord. How do I get involved? I'm going to send you payment information. Payment is made via PayPal or Cash App. Once you make the payment, I'm going to send you the link to get into the Discord, and it's easy as that. You'll have access to all those trades, news, technical analysis that I post each and every day, each and every week, and also you can chat with the community and me as well inside of the Discord. So go ahead and hit me up if you want to get involved with that. Again, for this month only, $75
$65, $75. We are on sale for this month only. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you watch to the end of this video, please leave a comment to show support. And I want to know if you think it's a bull run or a bubble. Classic question I've been asking you guys, and let me know if this video was a banger. As always, I appreciate you if you watch to the end of it. Have fun, stay safe, make money.